In this week's episode, we start following Raggy and Ozzy on their search for a new home. And then, the tragic tale of Barley the Belgian shepherd.
It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful countryside, and I'm going for a walk. What could be better? Well, there's one thing missing, you may have noticed. Man's best companion, a dog. I haven't got one. I'm going up to the Doghouse. I've been sent to the Doghouse many times, but today I'm going up to Adana, which, as most people will know, is a rescue home that's mainly run by volunteers, and that is to help dogs that are astray or they've been kicked out. And if you're an animal lover, very much like I am, then you realise what a great service that is. Okay, well, I've just walked through the gates now into the main compound, which is Adana. And I'm very glad to say that I've got Reg Winkworth with me, who is one of the guys mainly who helps out here and organises Adana as it is today. I was just explaining to some of our viewers, Reg, that I came up here about 20 years ago. And, well, it was quite sad, the way things were organised here at that particular time. And now it's just so great to see it the way it is. Congratulations, it looks great.
Well, thank you very much. It's took a lot of effort over the last 4 years, but we've managed to bring it up to the standard it should have been.
I think most people are aware, Reg, but if not, this is completely run by volunteers, really, isn't it?
It's volunteers and also self-financing. Everything we do is raised by the volunteers,
right?
All the money. So.
And I should imagine, you know, just looking around, and you're thinking about power supply, you're thinking about water, you're thinking about food for the dogs. It must come to, you know, quite a hefty amount to run this place over the course of a month.
It costs roughly about $9,500 a month. That's a minimum. We do get extras when we have to have special operations and all the rest of it, but that is the borderline that we're aiming.
Go and have a look. Certainly a couple of new entries that have come in today.
That's Ozzy and Raggy, I think.
Yeah, that's right. But the question I want to ask you is that, and excuse the pun, but you actually vet the people that come along to take over the dogs to make sure that everything's going to be okay?
No dog goes out of here unless the person actually comes, walks with the dog, comes here and is checked out, basically.
Yeah, because that's very important at the end of the day, because, you know, if a dog's come up here after, you know, quite a lot of trauma, you want to make sure that they don't go through another one by somebody else letting them go.
So therefore, we do the first vetting, obviously, to put the dog right. If the dog's ill or it's been neglected or something else, then they'll be here for a while with special treatment. Volunteers will be walking them every day. The vets will be looking after them. They get the full treatment here. This is like a 5-star hotel from normally where they come from.
Indeed, very much so from what I've seen before. And also the fact that, you know, and you just mentioned that you have a little surgery in there where the vets come along, make sure, number one, that when a dog comes in, that it's looked after, it's checked out all over. And secondly, you know, if anything happens, there's somebody here to look after them.
And all our dogs are abandoned. So what we do is we inoculate them. We give them a chip, a microchip. They're castrated and they receive a passport so that they can travel or comply with any regulations anywhere in the world.
Wonderful.
So.
All right then, Reg. Well, listen, I'd like to have a look at these two new entries.
When we first met Raggy and Ozzy, they just arrived at Adana. They were abandoned in the Spanish countryside with no human contact for months. Throughout this series, we're going to follow their journey in Adana with, hopefully, a happy ending. We came back the next day to check up on Raggy and Ozzy and to give them their very first bath.
And here we are. This is Raggy and this is Ozzy. And they've just arrived here at Adana. And with me is Karen. Karen, tell us a little bit about these two new arrivals.
They've just come in, they're beautiful, they've got a lovely temperament, but they are very smelly. They've just living with goats.
I was going to say, so they do smell quite a bit.
Yes, it's quite quite a good strong smell. So now they need a bath.
So what, have they sort of, somebody brought them here from out in the countryside?
Yes, somebody's brought them from out in the countryside and just left them here. Just abandoned them and that's it, and we're just left with them. But they are lovely characters, but they're just...
They are absolutely gorgeous. Now, one of the important things, as I was talking to Reg, is the fact that obviously when dogs come in, you've got to give them a good old check over to make sure they're not going to carry any diseases to the other dogs. And, well, in respect to these two, it's give them a good shower or what?
And so also what we do is when they first come in, they go in an outside pen on their own until we have the vet come in on Monday or whatever day she comes in and she checks them over, and then all the paperwork's put in place over the next couple of days. And
how long have you been working here, Carol?
Oh, on and off about 5, 6, 7 years.
Really? And how attached do you get to some of these?
Well, of course you always have your favourites, don't you?
Yeah.
But because it's such a nice place and a happy place, you quite they're better here than being left out there.
Sure.
Starving and whatever. So as soon as
Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to give these guys a bit of a bath.
Yes.
And I would imagine... I am. Well, I'm going to help, put it that way.
Volunteer!
I'm going to help you. But I would imagine these dogs coming from the campo, smelling like they do, they've probably never seen them bath or water before.
No, this could be fun.
Indeed. Well, I'll tell you what, if I let you have Raggy, and I'll take Ozzy, and we'll go and give them a bit of a clean-up. Isn't that lovely? Take a look at this, look. Raggy's got a little beard. He's looking over and thinking, am I going to have a go at that? Are they going to do that to me? Ozzy, you know what's coming, don't you? Are you going to be as good? Are you going to be as good as your brother? He's getting a beard cut as well. Get a glass of brandy, a cigar and a cup of coffee might do. Yeah, we've covered it over there. Now, as you can see, the before and afters, here are the two of them, and I'm just going to give them a little bit of chicken each because they've been so brave and so well behaved. So over the course of our programme, we're going to be following these two guys and just see, you know, how they get on, hopefully with a happy ending. And when you look at them and you see they're so gorgeous and so timid and so well behaved, then I can't see any reason why these two guys can't find a home. Can you?
The tale of Raggy and Ozzy is just one of many. This is the tragic tale of Barley, the Belgian shepherd.
Last Tuesday there was a family driving to the airport to Malaga, and on the motorway all of a sudden this dog appeared in front of them. They didn't know where she'd come from because the traffic was swerving around her. She was absolutely traumatised and terrified. So they managed to get out of their car, stop some of the traffic, and she jumped in their car. So they took her home, they put it on Facebook that they'd found her. Nobody came forward. In the meantime, somebody else said they saw a car driving the exact same time on that motorway and they saw somebody throw a German Shepherd out. So it has to be her. So we're taking it that she was thrown out of someone's car
and she's
last
so
week.
Beautiful.
Oh, well, the family that rescued her are absolutely devastated that they can't keep her. They had her for about 3-4 days before they brought her into us. And they were in tears that they couldn't keep her. But with their lifestyle and where they live and everything, they can't. But they've sponsored her. Right. She's the most beautiful, loving dog. She's got the most fantastic personality.
She seems
and
like
she's not traumatised anymore. They've done a good job looking after her. And she's calmed down since we've put her in here.
Now, you know, being an animal lover myself, and obviously yourself, to hear a tragic story, I mean...
Not unusual.
It's bad. Well, this is what I was going to say.
It's not unusual at all.
It's bad enough, perhaps, somebody dumping a dog outside your gates. That's bad enough anyway.
Yeah.
But to actually throw a dog out of a car,
It's quite a
onto
common
mud,
thing. It's happened to several of our friends who live beside us. They've seen it themselves. So it is why on earth people decide to do that when they don't want the dog. We have no idea. It's barbaric. If people don't want their dog or can't keep it for a reason, they take it to the vet.
Yes.
You know, this dog's not even chipped, so it hasn't had vaccinations or anything. So nobody is ever going to find the owners. So just take it to a vet. You know, don't do anything so cruel. First of all, it's amazing that she didn't get run over. If it hadn't been for this lovely family, she would have been killed outright on that motorway. She wouldn't have lasted a minute. So no, the cruelty is just definitely unnecessary.
Look at her,
She's beautiful. Look at her.
she's quite young by the look of her.
We think she's about 18 months.
Right.
Yeah, about 18 months. We've called her Barley. Barley. Yeah.
With a bit of luck, there looks like going to be a happy ending to this story.
Well, we think so. Somebody who came in this morning took one look at her, thought she was the most beautiful dog that they've ever seen.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that they're going to come back in and adopt her.
Later that day, Barley was picked up by her new family, a happy home for a happy dog.
Wild and free, baby.